So the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, is it the best vlogging camera lens? Or would you rather just use your Canon 11 to 22mm wide-angle lens f4.0? Hey, what is up guys? Thank you very much for tuning in and welcome back. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and safe. Now, due to the pandemic, unfortunately here in Sydney, the government has advised us to either wear a mask or stay at home. So far, we're just trying to keep ourselves safe. At the moment, our adventures will be put on hold. For now, I'll be doing product reviews and possibly tutorials as well, if you'd prefer those, with regards to how I do my LumaFusion videos and such. So you want to start a vlog and you have a Canon mirrorless camera, such as what I'm rocking right now, which is the Canon EOS M6 Mark II. And you don't know what kind of lens you should use. Should you use the kit lens, or do you want to upgrade to something more, something with more bokeh or blurry background? Or would you like a wider lens that actually can view wider than what your kit lens can shoot? So I have with me two kinds of lens. The first from Canon, which is the 11 to 22mm f4.0 wide-angle lens. This one is actually a variable zoom lens, which actually goes from 11mm to 22mm. It also has a variable aperture of 4.0 to 5.6 as well. Now, on the other hand, this is my 16mm Sigma f1.4 DC-DN prime lens, which is actually also good for blurry backgrounds. Now, starting off with Canon's wide-angle lens, the 11 to 22mm. Now, this was introduced in Asia by around 2013. So this also weighs in at around 220 grams, which later on in the video, you'll find out why it's actually pretty good to have a more so of a lightweight lens. Now, this one, on the other hand, this is the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. Now, this weighs around 450 grams, so it's quite heavy. Now, this lens was introduced mid-2019 among Sigma's Trinity lenses. So there are two more Sigma lenses that were made as well for Canon mirrorless cameras. So what I got with me right now is the 16mm one, because this is all I need for my vlogging. So I've tested both of these lenses outdoors just to show you how it is vlogging while using either of these lenses, and hopefully maybe help you make a purchase decision. Now, this is the 16mm Sigma 1.4 aperture lens. Now, the good thing about this lens is when you're vlogging, when you're doing a video, the good thing is that you get that nice bokeh shot on the background, that nice blurry background, which is actually pretty good. Now, the only problem is with using a 16mm Sigma lens is that it doesn't have image stabilization. So when you walk like this, when you see me walking like this, as you can see it right now, I mean, there's a bit of a movement. At least some people prefer that because it does convey a little bit of a natural feel to it. But some people do love it more if it's image stabilized. Now, with regards to the weight, I could honestly say if you hold on to this much longer, more and more so, you get that strain on your arm because the lens is actually pretty heavy. Now, if you also add a rig to this as well, more a cage and the GorillaPod, it'll only add to the weight as you are seeing right now. And this is your Canon 11mm to 22mm f4.0 to f22 wide-angle lens. So as you can see right now is that you can see a wider shot. The only problem is that since it starts at f4.0, you don't get that natural look, that bokeh look, that blurry background. So henceforth, why you should consider which one you'd want to buy. Now, the thing is with this 11 to 22mm as well is that it's pretty light, which is pretty good for you to carry on your vlogs. It's just pretty small. You don't have to worry about the weight. Now, with regards to image stabilization, as you can see right now, I'm walking and you can see that image stabilization working around with the lens and with the camera itself, which is also pretty good. All right, so right now I am filming in the Sigma in a low light situation. So right now we're at 4.0 in the aperture. So as you can see, it's a bit dark here. So that's what you would expect with the wide angle lens as well. The beautiful thing about this Sigma is that you can lower the aperture down all the way to 1.4 so you can get more light. That's the thing with regards to the shutter. It takes in more light, henceforth gets more of the image. As you can see right now, it's actually pretty bright and I'm getting that bokeh effect just behind me. So this is the 11 to 22 millimeter 4.0 lens. Now it's not pretty bad, to be quite honest. I'm actually expecting for it to be a little bit darker. It's still pretty good in a sense, but let's test it out later on during indoors. Now again, like I said, we have image stabilization, we have a wide angle field of view. Now if you want to show the views on where you are right now, this is actually a very ideal lens because you can see it right there. You can see everything. Okay, back indoors now. Just wanted to show you what it looks like if you're doing talking videos or talking video vlog just here in your room. Right now I am rocking the Canon 50mm lens right now, which is the Nifty 50. Okay, so this is your 11 to 22mm wide angle lens doing a talking head shot. So as you can see, it's actually very wide. You can see my hands there, the tip of my hands not even reaching the very end. See? And also you can see the mess here as well, sorry about that, and the plant here, and more so the plant, you can also see the blind there as well. So this is what you get with the 11 to 22mm wide angle lens if you're doing a talking head video vlog. Okay, and this is your Sigma 16mm lens. You'd still get that bokeh on the background, that blurry background, but the thing is, back then you can still see the blinds here, but now it's actually more so a little bit of it, and also you can't pretty much see everything from the table here, not when I was using the 11 to 22mm wide angle lens. So with the blurry background, it's actually pretty good because the focus of the video is more so on the speaker and not on the background. If you have a very busy background, it's actually pretty good, or very good actually, to use this type of lens. So with regards to this, you would ask yourself, which one would you rather? Would you rather have the 11 to 22 wide angle shot so that you can actually get a very bigger view of what you want to show to your audience? Or would you rather get that bokeh goodness that the Sigma 16mm lens actually provides? Now, if you ask me, I'd rather have the Sigma 16mm lens. Reason being, compared to the 11 to 22 wide angle lens, its image stabilization combined with the camera's in-body stabilization actually isn't that much compared to when I'm actually using the Sigma 16mm. Now the Sigma 16mm, as I've said before, doesn't have any image stabilization made up on it. But the thing is here, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. And I actually appreciate the more natural feel when I do my vlogs using this lens. With the talking head shots, the talking head video vlogs, I actually prefer this as well, because if you have a messy background and you want the audience to focus on you more and blur out at least this background, then it's actually pretty good to use this as well. Yes, darling. Okay, anyway, so that is very much about it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and also hit that bell icon for any more future notifications. Until then, I'll see you on the next flip.